in 2003, the global elite scientists came together and accomplished something that they regard as one of the greatest accomplishments, one of the greatest projects ever known to man. And what is that? It is the sequencing of the entire genome of humanity. They announced, global elite scientists announced in 2003 that they were able to accomplish this task, right? What challenges does this present to us, to the rest of the 99% who don't even understand what is going on? Remember that the science of DNA is the science of the God. Those who control the science of genetics will create new life. Not just create new life, but modify life. This has been their agenda, to alter life as God made it, to recreate the world in their Luciferian, diabolical, satanic image. They don't like natural law. What Luciferianism and this cryptocratic, scientocratic elites are doing is to destroy natural law and to recreate a new form of the planet. When you read some ancient texts and scriptures, you see them talking covertly about the new world to come. Of course, that is part of it. With the science of the genetics in the hands of these global Luciferian mad scientists, the world will be altered completely. And they are also already using these sciences like CRISPR technology. CRISPR technology has to do with gene editing technology. That is the modern state of the art science and technology they have now. That is the science of the gods. Whoever controls the science of the human genetics will control the earth. So that is why I say the accomplishment in 2003 of the Human Genome Project, that is part of their great new world agenda, and they have been able to reach that milestone. This has been the alchemical dream of many occultists in all of human history. So what happened in 2003 was something that has taken thousands of years to reach, to arrive at that particular juncture in the global occult alchemical process. So we are going to be witnessing the transformation of biology. All life forms, all bio-life forms are going to be transformed. Transformation in the sense of recreating new life and also modifying existing life. They are going to be doing cross-speciation, genetics. These are abominable. These are abomination unto natural law. Because even if you read the Bible, you see that these fallen angelic collectives in ancient time were indulging in some of these sciences that were condemned by natural law, such as cross-speciation, grafting genetic material from a monkey or from a chicken or from a snake and interwoven it with that of human and coming up with a new species. Cross-speciation is ongoing. The visible one now, the one that everybody understands but few people are talking about, is genetically modified organism, GMO. They are altering the basic code of life in all biological organisms. Where do we see GMO manifest more? It is in agricultural sector, in agricultural sciences. And you have to remember that is why the global mega corporations, biotechnological companies, the big pharmaceutical companies are dominating all agricultural sciences. They have money. And if you witness what is going on around the world, you see that small farmers are being pushed away by mega giant beastly companies like Monsanto, like Procter and Gamble, like Novartis, like Yara, like Mosaic, like Sumitomo Chemical, like GlaxoSmithKline, like Pfizer, right? These are conglomerate. These are big, mega biotech companies that have taken over our food productions. The global food supply is now in the hands of these people who are using genetic sciences, right? Biotechnologies, biosciences to modify life. Some of these companies are involved in genetically modifying life on this planet, particularly seeds. Did you now realize that if you buy some fruits, most of them don't have seeds anymore, and the world population is sitting down adamant. Nobody is asking, where have our seeds gone? Where are our seeds? These biotechnological companies, these big moneyed companies are pushing community farmers out of business, and they are dominating. The problem is not that they are dominating, but they are modifying earth. They are modifying plants and animals, as we know that. There have been multiple studies that show that when you continue to feed population with GMO, it is causing some kind of neurodegenerative diseases. GMO seeds, right, are highly treated with pesticides. Glyphosate is not good for humans, it's not good for the environment. And yet they convince us that we have an agency of government called Environmental Protection Agency. We also have in the United States something called FDA, the big corporatocratic system run the government, because many politicians are in their pocket. They are not going to go against these mega corporations. And that is why, as a community of people, we need to rise up. Because if we don't, a time is coming when possessing, for example, a watermelon seed or an orange seed will be illegal, because if they modify these natural life forms, it is their own. They have legal right to these modified plants and animals. You see how gradually they are stripping the world population of power and right to existence, right to live naturally, to exist and be happy. They are taking those rights away. Again, remember that genetically modified organisms. There was a study done by the University of Caen in France, where they subjected multiple lab rats, exposed them to GMO corns, and within a short period of time, that was the first of that kind of study. Within a short period of time, they begin to develop these nasty tumors, cancerous tumors, and their lifespan were cut short. They became infertile. The quality of their life declined. They tell you that most of this modified food they are feeding the population are part of the Malthusian agenda for global depopulation. Slow death. Remember, the UN Agenda 21. Find some time to study this agenda. This agenda is coming under green revolution, under environmental policies. Most government policies leaning towards environmentalism is actually UN Agenda 21, Malthusian principles, eugenic principles. And as I said, food is one of the means through which the masses are depopulated. How many millions of people in the world are dying every year because of the toxic level in food? Millions of people are being wiped out by the kind of food that we consume. Have you ever gone to stores, these mega corporate stores, giant food stores, and see the kind of nasty things they are putting out there for people to consume as food? These things are killing people because of the level of toxicity they carry. There was another study done by the University of Sherbrooke in Quebec, Canada. They examined some pregnant women who have been exposed to GMO food, and they discover that there are high level of toxicity on the fetuses in their womb. So these are the things that some of these companies are not telling you, like Monsanto. Monsanto has become this hydra-headed global beast, taking over agricultural productions and the means of food distribution. That is where humanity is done. We should not trust these companies. They don't have interest in humanity. And most of them are part of this cryptic elite system invested in eugenic agenda. Did you realize poor people eat more unhealthy food because they want to wipe poor people away? Unhealthy foods are cheaper. Poor people are consuming these things. They are more prone to all medical diseases, to all heart conditions, right? And mostly they don't have access to quality medical treatment or to quality health care. Therefore, it is part of that Darwinian survival of the fittest. Darwinian survival of the fittest, where you wipe the less fitted out of the planet for you to dominate, to control. So open our eyes, open our minds to what is going on. Bill Gates goes all over Africa and other third world countries, quote unquote, promoting his agricultural sciences in Africa. Back in 2012, I think he gave a British biotech companies $10 million to develop and promote genetically modified seed to Africa, quote unquote, to curb poverty and hunger. No, we don't need that because his agenda, he knows what they are doing. It's a Malthusian program because once the population of the world is exposed to GMO, it has long-term health effect. Most independent scholars have been warning us, including a reputable institution like the American Academy for Environmental Science. They warned the doctors that they should not recommend GMO-based food to people because they know it is bad. They know it is horrible. And in my own terminology, that is part of the global population agenda through slow death. Because the more you eat genetically modified food over a long period of time, it is also affecting your genetic makeup. And it becomes part of modifying you. They will extinct some people. It is a real agenda. Depopulation is a real agenda. They will extinct some people in the great project of the Luciferians, right? The Mutant Project. Read this book to see latest ultra state-of-the-art technology called CRISPR to edit your gene and the genes of all biological life forms. Humanity is done. If we don't all wake up, if we don't all understand what is going on and put up resistance, our future is bleak. I'm not trying to sound pessimistic. I'm just trying to put out facts out there because sometimes these big companies have their agents, their scholar agents who can even come on television and say, oh, we are refuting what so and so person is saying. They call it conspiracy theories because these people are in the pocket of these global mega corporatocratic cultures. This book is about active program to mutate all life by altering the basic blueprint of life, our DNA. Remember, I say all the time that this cryptocratic elite, right, these mad scientists are so obsessed with the notion of recreating life, or rather creating new forms of life. And that is what this book eloquently addressed. The Mutant Project. So there is a real, actual, concrete agenda to transform life as we know it. And this is part of that transhumanist movement, that transhumanist ideology we have been talking about on this platform for a while. And I say all the time, as we move to the future, pay attention, and this is real. You are going to be hearing trans this, trans that, transsexualism, transbiology, transchromosome. Transspeciation. These are all part of the movement towards transhumanism and posthumanism. You look at the water we drink. City waters around the world are treated with fluoride, and fluoride is a neurosuppressant. We see the blatant use of fluoride to suppress the cognitive activities of people during the Nazi era. The Nazi scientific elites were adding fluoride in the waters given to the prisoners to make them docile. My question is, why are they still treating the water we drink with fluoride if scientifically it is a neurosuppressant? They're attacking your neurology, they're attacking your central nervous system. Your central nervous system is your God system. That is your God system, and that is what they are attacking, right? To make you passive, to close your third eye, to make you like a zombie. It is part of the zombification of the population. They are using Frankenstein sciences to make sure that they keep the population controlled. And by controlling, I mean depopulating the world. It is a real agenda. So the Agenda 21 is a real agenda that is camouflaged under environmentalism. In Africa, back in the days, you see the promotion of Green Revolution. And Green Revolution came with lots and lots and lots of vaccination of the African population. The beverages we drink, they are full of additives. And they are bad for humanity because over a long period of time, they don't just kill people, but they lead to neurodegenerative disease. And you protect your brain, you protect your mind, protect your soul from these cryptocratic elites who are determined to remove multiple people from this earth and to control the rest like a zombie. Don't allow yourself to be zombified.